And then search criteria wise, I mean, how narrow should you really be? I mean, ideally, you mentioned your search criteria. What is your search criteria right now?
So we are looking in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That's a really big part. So we like Nashville South to Murfreesboro. And so that gives us a pretty wide spectrum right there. So there's a lot of people in both of those cities all the way through. It's a very large MSA. But I'd look to say if you're going to an MSA, it's 250,000 people or more. Right. And so that doesn't just have to be your city or your town. That can be like the aggregate of the couple cities that are accumulated together. But you look at that, right? So I think that's a very good one for you to just reference. Is there enough people here? Because you don't want to be in some tertiary market. I say like if you always want to think who's going to buy this from me in the future, right? And if you're in some we'll say outlier town where you have to take like a train, plane, automobile to get there, right? Who's going to come buy this from me in the back end? And if there's only 100 people in that city, right, and you have a 10-unit building, well, you need like one of 10 people to live in your building. So you want to make sure that you have enough people there to fill it. The next is, of course, jobs and job diversity, right? Jobs is a very big driver, right, for what we have there, and the diversity of jobs is just a massive driver because the more job, we'll say drivers you have in that area, the more your ability is going to sustain, the more it's going to bring people in there. Then you have to look at just, relevance to just workforce and just the number of units coming online, like we just talked about. So you can look at permits, you can look at all these other things. Then I look at red states, right? I would look at, states that just honestly will be more impactful to want to be more landlord friendly than, of course, tenant friendly, right? Just to take some of it off gate. Now we have some, we had one in Maryland, we sold that. We have some down in Atlanta, can go both ways, right? So there's exceptions, but it does make it harder, right? Atlanta was harder because of just some of the things that could have been easier in other states, right? So we look at a lot of these drivers that give us a reference point from there.
Yeah. It brings me back.